Pearle Vision being a franchise system, the need to drive accountability with every dollar spent is never higher than it is right now. Our owners and operators across the country are continuing to resuscitate their business, and they're doing quite well. But what they're really looking for their investment, because let's face it, in a franchise business, it's not your money, it's their money, is really sound marketing strategies that deliver both top line and bottom line profitability. For me and the team at Pearle Vision, our single focus is really in filling the patient book. And that really allows us to track performance at a very granular level. The expectations are right now is that vendors are bringing us opportunities to break through the clutter. You know, we are not going to be a brand that outspends the competition. We are a brand that continually outthinks the competition. And so what we're looking for is strategic innovation. We're looking for innovation that's based on insight. And most importantly, we're looking for a really high degree of accountability.
So that's a tall order for your vendors. Are the vendors not there? Where do we need to go in terms of those tools? What would you like to see happen?
So, you know, I think it's interesting. Obviously, anybody who's watching this podcast likely gets anywhere between 30 and 40 solicitations a day. And for me, the thing that I struggle with is it's not my job to educate you on the business for why there's an opportunity for your particular outlet to be part of our marketing infrastructure. It's my job to really listen and seek out opportunities for you to add value. But there's an expectation that you're going to do the research about our business, that you're going to look at our model and really think about where we are and what we do and how you can bring value. And frankly, I don't care if you have a bunch of ex-Google people that work for you. I don't care if you work for Procter & Gamble or Johnson & Johnson. And I certainly don't care if you work for one of our competitors. What I'm really interested in is a vendor who comes to us with really strong insights driven from their investigation into our business and very clear reasons to believe that they're a solution that we currently don't have in the portfolio. The other thing I think is to recognize the brand that you're talking to. We're not a brand that's struggling. We're on a brand that's on a record-setting trajectory. So presenting yourself as a cure-all when the business doesn't need to be cured is off-putting. Presenting yourself as something that could help us accelerate our growth, then you're going to get open doors and open ears, and perhaps there'll be an opportunity for you to join the family.
And Doug, finally, a bigger picture. You're just back from one of the ANA conferences. If you could sort of, give us a little bit of insight into some of the big topics, issues facing brand marketers. They're changing. How do you sort of see things unfolding now, and some trends that you could share with us today?
Sure. So I think it has never been a more terrifyingly exciting time to be a marketer. I can't think of a single moment in modern brand history where consumer purchase behaviors were completely reset on a global level. And obviously, we know that was caused by the pandemic. But there's a tremendous opportunity. And one of the things we talked about, and I spoke about at the ANA Masters of Brand Masters Conference, the notion of using human truths and thinking human. You know, when you finally decide to go out of your home and enjoy a meal at a restaurant or shop in your favorite brick and mortar outlet, there is a sense of joy and a bit of nostalgia for how great it is to work with somebody who's there to care. E-com is fantastic. You know, there's nothing to say that e-com isn't a preferred way to shop for many. But finding that expert, whether that expert is a waiter, whether that expert is a salesperson in a clothing store, personal relationships are something that I think people are longing for as they look for goods and services. The other thing I think is the notion of fear of missing out is not a marketing strategy. And that's something that I firmly believe in. There are so many things that you could do. You know, there are less things that you should do. There are even less things that you need to do, and a much smaller set of things that you must do. For us as today's modern day marketer, we really have to make sure that we're nailing the musts in order to eventually go to the needs, to go to the shoulds and the coulds. And so the notion of not being drawn to the shiny penny and instead focusing on sound marketing principles, again, is a topic that we're all facing today.